Hello, good morning.
Top of the morning to you guys.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Guess who?
Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, everyone. Excited for you guys. Oh, hey, hey, hey,
That was
hey.
me. I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Thank
I
you
said,
so
good
much
morning.
for the
I haven't seen you in
opportunity.
forever. How you been?
Amazing, amazing. 76 people registered as of this morning. And as we know, there's going to be some people that don't register and just pop up. So excited about today's presentation, especially with everything that's going on with NAR and people's fears and stuff like that. So excited for the platform, excited to re-educate myself. And I know everyone else here is going to be excited about this as well.
And she's awesome, by the way.
Hey again.
Hey, hey, hey.
I just wanted to stick my head in there and say hello. I miss you. And I know you'll have a great class and you're on fire. You are super busy. I know I see all you and I always comment on Facebook. He's like, you're on fire.
Mhm. That
Thank
one
you. Thank
Facebook
you so
from the
much.
year span when you first started to now.
Oh my gosh.
The growth.
Yeah, big time, big time. I remember you way back when, back in the day. I knew you would. All right, have a good one.
Exactly.
Nice to see you.
All
So
right,
surprise in there.
9:58. Early bird gets the worm. Guys, these are our $1 million producers here. These are our $1 billion producers here. These are our $1 trillion producers here. 9:58 in the room already. Excited for you guys, excited for the shift that's about to take place. Listen, every YouTube video, every Instagram post, every reel is about the commission and what's going on. And guys, if we continue to stay plugged in, continue to give value, continue to re-educate ourselves with courses like this, events like this, we're definitely going to be at the top come the end of 2024. So I also believe in great news, for us that are in Florida right now, as we are all over the world right now. For those of us that are in Florida right now, what about this opportunity? We have Hometown Heroes that opens up the same time that the commission change takes place. So if you guys are not thinking about innovative ways right now to really attack the market, you're probably setting yourself behind. So what I definitely recommend that you do is get with your lenders, talk about the Hometown Heroes, start lining up your buyers, start getting your buyer brokerages agreements, and you're going to see that you're going to make more money this year. And I quote you on this, you're going to make more money this year than you probably ever made. So I'm excited. I'm excited for everyone that's in here. Another 2 minutes, guys. Go ahead and invite whoever you believe that needs to be on here, some new faces that I haven't seen before, and some returning faces. Thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and let's invite some people that need to be on this training. Anyone that came to you in the last couple of days or the last couple of weeks and talked to you about, what do you think about the commission change? They need to be on this training right now, because those are the negative folks out there that probably aren't closing any transactions, and they're probably working on scaring you. So we'll go ahead and we'll start off at 10:02. We had about 76 people registered, so I know 76 people will be here today. I don't know if you have any announcements for the folks. Oh, I do. Guys, we have a direct access opportunity. Let me share my screen. We have a direct access opportunity to an event that I want to extend an invitation to you guys. I want to extend an invitation to you guys. So if you are in Florida and you're able to attend, save the date. Cirque is a rental community right now that was purchased out, and they're turning them into condominiums. Your lowest price condo in Hollywood Circle, in Young Circle, is starting off at $700,000. They're revamping the gymnasium, valet service, concierge, everything that you can possibly imagine, and they're paying 6% commission. They're paying 6% commission. So Cirque Residence is located in Hollywood on Polk Street. We will be there hosting a brunch where we're going to be learning about the project on April 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I definitely want to extend an invitation to everyone that's here. Come network, come fellowship, come learn about the project, come create some content, come get some opportunities to create some business out there. So that's my announcement. Back to you.
Wonderful. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks, Jeff, for having this amazing training. I see the numbers are continue to rise. I will say, I think 77, 76 is going to be those numbers to hit right now, because that's how many people we have registered for the class here at West Broward. So I don't know if you've been watching that. What is the Powerball? that is sitting there just waiting for somebody to hit it. So I'm feeling like 77, 76, 79 might be a good number. But in the realm of announcements, Jeff hit a really great point about what's going on in the industry. I am going to put a link here that is definitely going to just keep you up to date as to what is occurring and what your association is doing to keep you updated. I'm sure many of you had opportunities to join our legal counsel, Evian D. White, and she went over everything that is occurring with that proposed settlement. So if you have any other questions regarding that, I'm putting that link to that page here in the chat. And that includes classes for buyer brokers agreement as well as ABR. So if you're curious about learning more, I'm also seeing the Florida Realtors webinar. They did a really phenomenal job at explaining things regarding forms, contracts, and such, and how they're taking their next steps. And it'll be available for you at this link I'm providing. And in addition to that, we do have some amazing events upcoming. I believe the hockey game is sold out. So if you have already bought your ticket, I will see you there. And I'm so excited about that. And we have our biz after hours, and I'll go into more detail once we access that page. So I'm going to share my screen here with you. So we are here to discuss an amazing resource called Realty Property Resource, right? If you don't know, my name is Jelena Pittman. I'm your membership and outreach specialist. I get to the chance to bring you some top products and services that are offered to you through your membership, and really just go over with you how to best use them to your benefit, as well as plug some other courses that go even deeper into components that combine with other services. So we're gonna have a great time today. We're here till 11:30, so let's buckle up and enjoy this great training on how you can use RPR for attracting more leads, okay? So as we're going throughout in the chat, just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you've used RPR. You know, I don't like thumbs down. Let's do a thumbs up if you used it before, and let's do a star if you have not, just to get a gauge of where we are. As you do that, I do want to point out to you where you can find out more information regarding RPR. Oh, I see those responses coming in, lots of thumbs up. Great, so that lets me know I can go deeper into another aspect of RPR. We'll still go over the general, someone did a fake. We'll still go over the general aspects of what you can do with RPR, but I do want to show you introductions to how you can use this when working with investors. So with RPR, you have comparative property data, powerful analytics, dynamic reports. This is one of my favorite parts of RPR. It really hones in on that resource because it goes deeper into neighborhoods, your market, the property. It really gives you a detailed explanation of what you can expect on that specific area. And again, this is only available for real estate professionals. This is not something you'll share with your clients. So if you are looking to have it on your app to share out, you won't be able to do that, but it does provide a mobile-friendly app for real estate professionals, so you can use that when you're in the field. And that's what they're referring to, that mobile app. So as we move forward, we do have to remind you of your top benefits of being the Miami Association of Realtors member. That's right, you're part of the largest local MLS in the US, and that is over 60,000 members. So your MLS listings are more visible to over 60,000 people. We're the largest in the US and only second in the entire world. So our members are exposed to really great listings, as well as having their listings exposed as well. Additionally, you have the Super E-Key app included for free. That's right, you're already aware of that. Additionally, you will have the Super Lot Box. That is about $134 for that lease. So if you ever need more, just stop on by your 8 locations and we can provide that for you. As well, the free MN News subscription. This right here, top value. It is free, although it is normally $249 for the yearly subscription. As part of your membership, you receive it for free. So if you want to maintain up to date with what is occurring in the industry, you will want to sign up for that. Just go to miamirealtors.com/MN, and it'll take you to how you can claim your free subscription to MN News. Okay. Additionally, we have exclusive products like Our product of the year from 2020 and 2023 is Agent 3000. Great marketing tool, great CRM development if you like to use it for that portion. But Agent 3000 is only exclusive to your Miami members. So take advantage of that, explore. It is extremely user-friendly. So if you're not sure where to start, I would suggest just jump in, take a look around. If you have questions, we can definitely come back on another time to go deeper into Agent 3000. You can create flyers in an instant, whether it's something you just listed or whether it's promoting your current listing that you have with different photos and providing information. It is really good for doing that, as well as single property websites. Plethora of information. That right there, our trainers have about a 2-day training for that are 2 hours. So take advantage of that free exclusive product from your Miami Association. As well as you have your IMLS, which is your International Multiple Listing Service. Just like today, we offer you the most training and education and many more benefits of being part of Miami Association of Realtors. One of those being your free Starbucks coffee at every location. So when you stop in for that lockbox or for your training, make sure you grab that Starbucks coffee. Those of you who are new to the training or new to the association, here's your reminder of where your 8 locations are. And even if you are seasoned, some members I've met with weren't aware that we had offices either in Hollywood or over in Jupiter. So if you're ever working those different areas, you can definitely stop in to grab a lockbox if you need it, or whether some coffee, you're on the run, you just need an extra refill. We have locations starting from Jupiter. There's one in our Northeast Broward location, all the way down to Southeast Broward to Sawgrass, my home location, where you may have seen me before, following all the way down to our Coral Gables and headquarters location. So before we begin, I do want to remind you of a great landing page that you can use if you ever want more details about all of the many icons on your dashboard, right? So if you start at miamirealtors.com/services, this is going to provide you with an overview of different features like products that create websites, products that provide CRM, products that are really great for seller-buyer presentation, as well as CMAs. And RPR is also really great for CMAs. So take advantage of that, really explore what you have at your fingertips. As Jeff mentioned when we started, you who are here, you are doing the work, and continue to do that. You'll find out how greatly you'll benefit from that. So let us get started. So normally in person, we start first with a selfie because we know if there's no picture of it, did it really happen? So it's a little different way that I do it online. Those of you who have your cameras on, I'm going to snap a quick picture. If you're someone who's like, I don't want my camera on right now, you can definitely take a picture throughout the training and hashtag We Are Broward Miami. Oh, I have people jumping on. I see you. She said, let me get ready. I see you, Shanice. So wonderful. I'm going to do just a couple because we have a lot of members on, participants. There we go. All right. Want to get the background in. Hold that smile. Hold it, hold it. Right. I'm going to do 2 because I have just a few people in here. 1, 2, 3, big smile. Hey. Okay, and I'm changing the screen. Next group. One more group. Perfect. Love it. So whenever you are out or whenever you're at a training, you can do hashtag We Are, capital R, Broward Miami, so that we can just see how the remaining of our colleagues are enjoying the events and trainings offered by your Miami Association of Realtors. Okay, so you know it all starts at your miamirealtors.com homepage. You will see the events that are coming up immediately here on the screen. You have the commercial mid-year happening May 3rd. You have the marketplace. I had the chance to attend the pioneering spaces, celebrating Black excellence in commercial real estate, and they did the marketplace portion. I was just blown away at the networking that was available. Individuals standing up saying, I have 10 acres of land I'm trying to find a buyer for. And someone says, well, I need that. So that is just an amazing chance to say what you need, say what you have, say what you want, and have those conversations in person with fellow colleagues. So if you haven't had that chance yet, check out the commercial marketplace that is coming up April 18th. We also have the City Spotlight this week, April 10th. Tomorrow, if you haven't signed up yet, great luncheon with leaders as well as with the mayor and vice mayor of North Miami Beach. Now, if you were to log in to MiamiRealtors.com, unfortunately, you would not see the Panthers game anymore. So if you missed that chance to get a ticket, I'm sorry, we are sold out. But if you have bought your ticket, can't wait to see you there. Hopefully I can stop by and say hi as a Florida Panthers dancer. So can't wait to see you guys there as well. And lastly, we have our Biz After Hours, April 24th. Again, all of this is on your MiamiRealtors.com homepage. So if you would like to register, go for it, enjoy it, take advantage of that. So just a quick switch from my share. And we are going to get started on a live screen. So here's that live page. You'll see the Florida Panthers game is gone. So here's some information regarding Inman Connect. But scrolling down, we're starting right in your gateway. From your gateway, I'm going to show you one aspect where you can find RPR. And this is going to be in the location you always are. I know I've received a few thumbs up from individuals who are currently using RPR, but we're going to get started right here in Matrix. So I will complete a search here. And I want to show you where that icon is when we are looking for RPR. So I clicked on a random search. I wasn't doing this for the purpose of searching specific property, but I wanted to show you that when you log in, you already have access to RPR right here. And it will take you to the property report for this given property. Now, if you haven't signed in before, it is going to prompt you to sign in. Let me show you how that looks. So this is a subsidiary of NAR. So you can sign in using your email address or your NAR member ID number. If you don't know that, just give us a call and we can provide that for you. That's that 27 something, that long number that starts with 27, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you'll start with your last name, input your email address that you registered with, or again, you can use your NAR member ID. I already have mine, so go ahead and log in here. Perfect. Let's go back. There we go. Try to scare me a little bit. Alrighty, so once we are here, this is your home page. You have the option to work either in residential or in commercial. We're going to stay in residential for today. Essentially, you'll go down here. You see the various tabs that you can work with, as well as the filters that you are familiar with, whether it's the type of status, your property type, price, beds, bath, and more filters are found just here. When you scroll down, you'll see guided tours. So if there's something today that we either introduce and then go further, or we went over, but you're still wondering, okay, I need to practice this a little bit more, this will take you through a guided tour. It'll give you a prompt as to how to complete the search or what to click next for CMA. Really helpful. That's something I personally always look for when I'm looking into using a new service or product. How resourceful and helpful is it if I get stuck? This one is very resourceful. It's in its name, Realtors Property Resource. Scrolling down, you see you have your market, and I'll show you how you can edit this and create more. When I was creating my markets, I created up to 25 because I was troubleshooting. So I knew that question would come up. How many can we actually have? I had 25, and I'm pretty sure it allowed me to do more. I was just had other things to do, but you could definitely add at least up to 25 if you were interested in doing so. And you can search via your map. We'll go over that today. Scrolling down, you also have an example of your listings, whether current or previous, as well as properties that were saved, recent properties that you search, reports that you've had, as well as notes that you created. And here, similar to Matrix, how you have your recent searches, this also keeps a record of your recent searches. Now for this, it keeps the last 15. Just below, you have a chance to join their Facebook group. Highly suggest it so you can get more, just be a part of that conversation of people who are using RPR in a different way that you may have not considered. We know it's all about community. Definitely jump on that if you have not. As well, here's your information to call if you have any questions. And they have training for you continuously. So webinars for specific things, whether it's prospecting and farming, or if it's marketing, it will show you how to do that. You can register using their different webinars. Scrolling back up to our top, I'm going to start with my name here, and then we'll work our way back. So once we drop down, you'll see profile, and you'll also see your settings. We're going to start in our profile. And we're definitely going to stop here first, because we know how imperative it is for you to keep your logo, your photo, make sure all of that is listed for you. So just here, you'll click upload photo. Go to your pictures, upload your photos from there. And then you'll also have the chance to upload your logo. Same thing, hit upload and it'll process for you here. It includes your account name, your last name, and again, you'll see your NAR member ID number with your email address. You have the option to change your password just here, as well as your contact info. All that is available for you to change, as well as adding more. You can include your email address, whether it's a main email or whether it's additional email, you can include all of that here. And you can also include additional websites, whether it's agent, broker, other. Good morning. You can also include those websites here. Here you can include if you're part of different MLS or CIE, you can include this here. And scrolling down, you have your license number as well. Now, the beauty of RPR, it also gives you access to add assistant users. You can add up to 3. So if you are working with an assistant, you want them to have access to RPR, you can input their email and it provides that for them. So think outside of your membership with Miami. So I know when you add an assistant to your MLS, that is a different process. But if you want to, you can definitely add an assistant straight away here to your RPR. Here you have the option to select or remove receiving RPR update and news, and of course that you've read the terms of use. As always, make sure you hit that save button so that all those changes are saved. We're going to keep that in mind as we are moving through to our settings. So this is your profile. Everything is up to date. When you create a report, your photo will appear there. Let me just go ahead and add my photo here. I always leave it blank so when I do trainings, they can see how we do it. We're going to use this one. There she is. Perfect. And while we're here, I do want to show you where Miami has also provided you with access to Miami Association logos and some other branded materials. I'm going to show you that very briefly now. And you can use this when we get to our reports too. So I'm going to jump back over to MiamiRealtors.com. Use MiamiRealtors.com/co-branded. And this is going to bring us to your co-branded marketing materials already laid out for you. We will revisit this page because you can download this and save it to your customized property reports, really giving added value to what you provide to your potential customers as you remind them of what makes Miami, South Florida, Broward, Palm Beach, all those great counties, what makes them stand out and what makes it beautiful to work with you. So scrolling down, here are those downloadable logos. And while I'm here, I also want you to see you also have access to that realtor logo and trademark rules. So if you ever had questions about where to find that, right here in co-branded marketing tools and materials, and you can download these features and add them to your various marketing tools, whether it's your email, whether it's part of your logo that you choose, you can include all of that. To use Broward Miami logo. Okay. And of course, we hit save. It's the little things for me. I love when you have the save options at the top and at the bottom, so you don't have to scroll to find that save button. It's the little details that I like. So moving over, we're going to head over to the settings portion. Now you can still access this from your drop down here. This differs from your profile because this is going into your market. How are you seeing the data for varying markets, and how often and frequently are you receiving that update? So you can see those new listings. Maybe you want to see it every 30 days, or maybe you want to see what has changed in the last 3 days. So this is comparable to your Market Watch and Matrix, but it's a different visual of what you can include. And of course, we know this is nationwide, so you're able to include multiple out-of-state locations as well. I have to chuckle as I do this because I love all things music, whether it's a jingle, whether it's Hamilton. So when I said nationwide, I thought of the little girl singing "Nationwide is on." Yep. So you might hear me chuckle here and there when I make those little references to songs. But yeah, so you can change your residential settings to 30 days, set new listing to 30 days, or recently closed to 60 days. So you can really see what is occurring in that market, and same for commercial. I want to show you what the default were. So here's your default here. I haven't hit save yet because I want to show you how to add your markets. You can add it from your settings, or you can add it again from your homepage. So as you can see, I have Fort Lauderdale, Washington, Georgia, some Tampa, Hialeah areas. Let's also do place it there, and let's also do so here are the markets, and we select save. Perfect. So starting back on our ribbon at the top, we're going home. I'm going to show you how that updated our My Markets tab. Scrolling down, we have the Fort Lauderdale market. We have Hollywood. Here's our Tampa, Hialeah, Jupiter, Washington, Albany, and so forth. We're going to look here at Fort Lauderdale. So you see you have your for sale. It also gives you the number of for lease properties. And you do want to keep in mind the colors here because it is color coordinated here. As we go throughout additional map searches, you'll see those colors populate all over our board. And you can look at it here or use the legend within the map. You have the option to see price changes. There are 19 price changes in Fort Lauderdale based on my time frame. You also have your pending, your closed for sale, closed for lease, distressed properties as well. Okay, so moving over, we're going to look at what's available for you in your research tab. This is where you're going to find the data and where you're going to figure out what is really occurring and how you plan to search. So you can search based on maps. You can search a property search, residential market trends. Yes, we're going to spend some time here. You can also search by neighborhood. So maybe you're working with a customer who knows exactly what area or neighborhood they want to work in. You can start here and then provide additional information that they hadn't considered, including livability score, drive time, etc. All that is available right here in the neighborhood search. Same thing available for school search, residential market activity, and you also have commercial options here. So let's start with your property search. You can use your address, place, your APN tax IDs, or listing ID numbers. We're going to begin with 333. And I am open to additional zip codes as well. If you have a specific location you want us to explore, just drop in the chat and I would love to use those as well. This all look the same for other states. Yes, it's an NAR platform. So it is a nationwide search is provided from NAR. Let me say go to co-branding. Yes, and I will revisit co-branded materials once we are in reports. I like to throw in some tips here and there for you. Alrighty, so we are looking at a general property search. You have the option to include on-market properties. If you like to switch into off-market properties, you would search in your public records and it'll provide that for you. If you were to look at for sale, you have the option to specify your date range. So if I were to click on active, maybe I want to see active between the last 30 days. Or if you have a specific date in mind, you can customize that date range. It allows you to do it for the last 12 months. And beauty, you don't have to go into every single status to update this. You can go ahead and select apply to all selected statuses. And apply. So it allows you to look at the last sales in Fort Lauderdale from today, 2023 to 2024. Or you can do the same for lease. And you can set a date range for your public records too. Alrighty, so yes, Arlene, we can do that as well. So going into public records, you can select whether it is sold within the last 12 months or so, the last 6 months, or if you want to do completely off market, maybe it's never been on market, you can do so, just leave it blank. Here, I'm going to show you all because we want to leave it as wide as possible. So when I do that, too many results. So let's go ahead and specify a little bit more. We're going to do single family and condo. Let's see. We know that 5,000 range gets a bit large. Add some more filters here. And scroll down. Off market, I like to explore whether it's a owner occupied or absentee owner, because that just gives me a different, it gives you a different group of individuals to work with, whether you're reaching out to tenants, whether you're reaching out to individuals who have lived there for a number of years. You can really explore that using this field here. So right now we are in public records, which will take us to off market. So you have owner occupied. We can specify a year built. You can also specify that time frame that it's been owned. So between 15 to 20 years. And let's hit that update button here. And this brought us to about 897 results in Fort Lauderdale that meet our criteria of off-market properties. I'm going to click on one to show you. Perfect. So once we come into an off-market properties, we can see here that the status is listed off-market. It provides you with the last sold date all the way back to 2004. It also provides you with that RBM, which is that estimated realtor's value module based on comparable properties that has recently sold or similar to within proximity. You also have here the RBM confidence. This lets you know how confident that score is based on outcomes of just multiple properties that were used and within proximity of that closed property. So here's your closed price here, but the RBM is sitting at about 3.4 million. It shows you that it did decrease in the last month to 48,000, and it has about a 7.5% RVM change per year. Here are your basic facts. It has your single family, the owner name, the zoning information, as well as price per square foot, which we know investors really love to look at when considering investment properties. You have the option to explore closed price, your CMA, and create a CMA. You have the refined value information as well as your seller's net sheet. Scrolling down, here are the details regarding your property facts. If you know something different regarding that property, you can include it here with your changes. It won't change it for the property as a whole. Like when someone else were to, if someone else were to check this property, your changes would not go into effect, but it will be considered when looking at the proposed amount for that property if you were to select your changes here. Scrolling down, you have that here. Here's also your interior features regarding first floor, second floor. There's a garage, the exterior features. and your legal description down below. If you wanted to add a note, you can add that note just here. This is what we referred to on the home page where you saw various notes. So I'm going to put here, consider this property for future investments. You have included my reports. Just below, it does give you information about the schools in that area, along with their score. We can create a report based on the schools. So I will show you how to do that too. And here is the owner facts. You have their name, you have the time owned, their mailing address, and owner occupied. Just below, you have the public record history. Again, we're still off market with this search. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this one. So you have the public record history here, including the recording date, document type for the deed, your sales price from 2004, 2002, your buyer name for those 2 time frames, buyer ID, price code description, seller name, and you can view additional information and go into your mortgage details as well as the listed tax information. Here you have your sales and financing activity. And again, your estimated value here below. I'm going to scroll back to the top, and we're going to explore these tabs with the on-market property. Just because we enjoy, you get more photos, you see more trends and such, but I want to show you your on-market properties. So we have Fort Lauderdale still. We're going to switch it from public records to for sale, active under contract, pending, and let's see, property type. We can maintain single family and condo. Price range we'll leave at any. For beds, let's do 3 or more. And baths, we'll do 2 or more. And with your filters here, we can include your estimated value. If you want to include your living area, just as we saw with the off-market property. You also can exclude all of your distressed properties, or if you want to look into distressed properties, you can. You have that option just here with 1 click away. And once you click, you can also include that date range. You can search open house only, information about the land lots, information regarding, your land lot, as well as we went back to that owner occupied. We can change it from what we had before, or even absentee owner. Again, if you want to reach out to those tenants, or if you want to change those tenants from renters into buyers, you can definitely reach out using this tool here. And you have your option for keyword search. That can include additional features that you want to specify, whether it's fixer, whether it's lake, granite. You can choose it from here or type in that phrase. And update your search. So based on our filters, we have 4 properties now in that area. Now, when you're looking at properties, you don't have to maintain it in the list view. Of course, you can change it to your gallery view and your map search. I'm going to turn here to your gallery. So here you have your active single family, active under contract, condo townhome. Here's another active under contract. Active condo. And you can take a look at those features for you right here. All right. So we are able to see your photos just here, along with, you can change it to a street view or your satellite view. There's an option for a virtual tour, and you can see historical photos. So with this property, it has information that dates back to 2012. So you can see what has changed and what has been updated just by clicking on that historical portion. Let's compare it. Few photos from 2024 compared to 2012. The photography has definitely increased. But you can see some renovations were also made there. So you have your historical portion here. Same thing as we saw off market, you still have your RBM as well as your basic facts here regarding type, subtype, your price per square footage. It has the owner name as well as your land use and the days in RPR. It has the last close price back in 2007. All that information available straight away here. Now scrolling down, I'm going to show you how the CMA look. We won't go into extreme detail with this, just because we have a really amazing training that goes into great detail of how to create CMAs using multiple platforms. But I want to show you how RPR sets that up for you. So again, here's your properties details for your subject property. You have, again, the days in RPR, with your date going on to the amount from the list price, the beds and baths, and when it was built, as well as your living area square footage. Really good key details to remember when you're doing those CMAs. Perfect, just checking to see. There was a question here that says, does RPR do the same as Remind? They offer different capabilities. I love that you saw the connection. Remind and RPR provide you both with those off-market properties. But when it comes to Remind, you have that owner contact information, which is grand, and they go further into your mailers. With RPR, they shine with the resources behind the information. So regarding reports, regarding script writing for the market details, it really gives you an extreme and extensive representation of that area that you're working in. So, and I'll show you how to also use it for working with investors, because it does give you information outside of what you see with just that one property. It goes into the dynamic reports for the school, the trends, the market, the area, the neighborhood, all the different things. So it's really great for becoming an expert and sharing that details with potential or current customers. So when you are in your CMA, it'll walk you through all these steps. And again, if you pay attention to the homepage, it's listed there for you as a guided tour, and it'll take you step by step of how to complete this. I'm sorry, I'm going to drink some water. My voice is doing that whole raspy talking for a while thing. There we are. So you have the option to confirm the home facts. So if you know something different about this property, you know there are some changes made, you can definitely add that here to keep in mind when you're doing your comps. So from here, you can check and make those changes. And once you confirm if everything's up to date, you see this one actually changed from, it shows it has 2 garages, but the listing data states it has 3. If you know it has 3 or 2, you've done some further research, you can include that here. I'm going to suggest IMAP for that. You can use that tax data from IMAP to confirm as well. Confirm facts and close, and it'll prompt you to go on to finding those comparables. So we're going to look at your close. We can use this here to draw a radius within. I would like to start off with that ½ mile and extend forward if you are unable to find from the ½ mile radius. But again, definitely take that CMA course. And I'll also show you what online version is, because it spends great detail. The whole course is about the CMA. So you'll get greater answers, questions answered about that. And here you have ½ mile radius, and you can choose to search in this area. Fortunately, nothing was located within this, so we'll continue to expand radius. And let's try another location, because this one, we need some more space here. We need a larger range. Choose a different property. Let me try one more. See. Let's do. Still no. Okay, let's try one more and see if we are lucky with our rules of creating a CMA. Reset map. Hey, let's try another one. Exit, change address. And let's search in here. 1915 Northwest 83rd Street. And confirm facts and close. Find your comps. And let's draw. Mhm. Work with me here. Find your comps. So from when we do this, because I did it earlier, so I apologize for the delay here. Let us do within the last 6 months. Nothing there. Search. There we go. Okay. So within those last 6 months, we now see our comps towards the bottom. You also have your features here. So comparing it to this property, we have 694 square feet, 2 beds, 1 bath. Okay, so 2 beds, 1 bath. 782 is not too far out, so I'll include that one. 21, 2 and 1, and update valuation and close. So once you create your comps here, it walks you through it to create your report for you, including all the great details with your seller's report. So I'm going to show you what's included with that, and we'll spend some more time in our seller's report further into the training. So what did we just do? We looked at one property and we saw various comps for that. And we created a quick comp, didn't go into too much detail. I want to show you that it is available for you here to do so. And you can remove, you can keep, you can add. This is customizable for you. Alrighty, so I'm going to click back on the home. Check it in here. Yes, I like that. So yes, you can use that radius tool in your CMA. We know we like to just expand. I'm a visual person, so I prefer to use either a drawing tool or such. And I'll show you how we can do that with our map search too. I'm going to hold on to our map search for a moment and scroll down to your neighborhood search. I'm double checking the chat to see if anyone submitted a zip code we can use. Not yet, okay. So we will use 3, 6, 3. All right, so I showed you one that's out of our MLS, out of your Miami Association MLS coverage, just so you can explore outside of it and see exactly what is all covered. And we'll also explore an out-of-state one too. Because remember, this is nationwide searches, so you can search nationwide. So how do we get here? Research, and I clicked on neighborhood search. When we do that, it brings you to a summary of this neighborhood. You can also look at housing, people, the economy, quality of life. So scrolling down, it provides you with the market trends for this 33613 Tampa area, along with a interactive map. You can see that this is still currently in a seller's market with an inventory of 2.72 And it also includes the list to sold price at about 96.8%. Here you have the median days in RPR. So these are the days in RPR for this area. And then you also have your median sold price, $428,000 for this neighborhood. Now with this market trend area, you can do this market trend for different properties that you look at for different neighborhoods as well. And it provides you with this great market data that you can share with your customers. You can include it in reports. You can share it on socials. Here you have your median estimated property value. And you can look at that over the last 3 years, or if you just want to look at 1 year, you can do so. And this one is going back to September 2008. Scrolling down, you have your livability index for 33613. It includes the housing, affordability, and access. It also includes the neighborhood, access to life, work, and play, your transportation, environment, health, with the link to AARP if you want additional information. So this is about a 54 out of 100, and it tells you here that a score over 50 is above average. So this neighborhood is looking above average. Now, have you ever wondered, well, what type of occupations are maintained in this neighborhood? RPR has that resource for you. It tells you it has the healthcare and social assistance workers. It has 2.47 thousand accommodation and food occupations, so on and so forth, all the way down to education, construction, retail, trade. This here from the U.S. Census provides you with a greater overview of how to understand a neighborhood. You really want to become that expert. This is a report that I recommend because it provides you with this detail. Here you also have your neighborhoods nearby. So maybe you're working with a customer who is just curious. Maybe they know about the 33613, but not sure what is next to it or what is near it. You have this information available for you. Just checking our chat. Perfect. I see a lot of zip codes here, 94608, 33056. And I see your question. I'm going to show you 33064. Okay. So we have our neighborhood summary. Switching over to housing. This provides you with housing facts and statistics for this area, for the city, for the county, for the state, and for the country. All of that available for you right here. And this information is also available in your map search, and we'll explore that later on. You have the number of new listings, your median price per square footage, total dollar volume, and your median living area square footage. Scrolling down even further, you have your active listings. So I really like to promote the sharing portion of RPR because you can share this exact graphic. Let me show you how it looks. You can decide to share this here to any of your social media platforms that you have. You can also choose to download it or copy it here and share it out, have that conversation, and create that flow of information between yourself and your customers. And you can do that on each of your different categories. If you notice that share button at the top. Here's your pending list. Your pending listings here as well. Your sold listings and your month supply of inventory. See a fire emoji, information we like, all available right here. And we often get the question, how can we use this, or when should we use this? My response to that is always, you can combine it, use it for what you like. If you only like the reports, use this to pull reports. If you want to figure out how to share this and what to say when generating this report, use the AI feature that is included. Show you that as soon as my mouse accessing. So from here, you can create reports. I'm going to just create one here. And you see, it'll bring you again to that customized page where you can add additional pages that you customize yourself, or if you want to remove things that you don't necessarily want to include when you're working with a potential customer, right? So you have that customizable option. Now, I've been hinting at it while we were here. You can customize it, and I mentioned earlier that co-branding feature. So for your customized page, you can include different customized options. So you see here, I have customized page, and I created this one. This is directly from your Miami Association of Realtors homepage. We explored it earlier when we looked at the downloads. Let me show you what that looks like. So if you remember, we started off with co-branded. You can search it here, or you can search it at the top using miamirealtors.com/co-branded. Search it here just because when you search there, it does give you a little bit more to scroll through. This is the quicker way. So if you want to share with your customers the top 20 reasons to buy and live in South Florida, you can download it here. You can also do it with top ranking cities, as well as wealth migration, South Florida market intel flyer. If you're looking for information about connecting global markets, you can do that too. But for this purpose, I downloaded the top 20 reasons to buy and live in South Florida. You can include that. You'll just download it. If you want Broward, sorry. You'll download it here, save it to your computer, your device, and you'll have access to it. Jumping back to our reports. So keep in mind that this original search that we did here was in Tampa, right? So that's why it's the great beauty of customizing it. So you definitely want to remove this one from your Tampa report because you don't want to include the top 20 reasons to live in Broward County if you are promoting a listing or a neighborhood in Tampa. Yes, you can add your logo. That is what we did in the beginning under your settings. And if you scroll down, you'll see my logo is here. So if we add your profile, not your settings, under your profile, you can add your logo. And again, that user-friendly is right here. You can change it, edit it here. So once we decide to run this report, RPR is going to do its magic in the back. We're going to hear this beautiful little chime. If you forgot about it, you're like, oh, what's beeping? But the RPR will give you a chime once, there it is, once it is ready to download. And you'll have access to your reports at the top. Now, I highly recommend that you download it because they do not remain on your account forever. It's not indefinite. It will disappear, I believe, after those 30 days. So make sure you download it because it will no longer be there. And so you want to have that accessible for you in the future. So let's take a look of how that looks. Here's your neighborhood report. Scrolling down, that contact information, those neighborhood stats and charts, your neighborhood reports for your median listing price versus listing volume. This is information we saw in the reports there. Sizes of homes sold, age range of comps sold, number of bedrooms in homes sold. Really, really detailed information. Resourceful. Realtors Property Resource. That is exactly what this is. All the resources you could need right here. I want to scroll down and show you this last page. It gives you some information about RPR and where the data is and how frequently it's updated, and just more information regarding the background work of RPR. So you do have this here if that question ever does come up with your customers. So while we're here in the reports, I want to show you have the option to create that property report, the seller's report. We saw that when we explored the CMA a bit, property flyers. You also have your mini property report, your valuation workbook, and your market activity report, followed by your school report. And return here to our research section. And now we'll dive deeper into your map search. So with your map search, you have various ways you can layer. You can also use your drawing tool, and you can explore directly from your maps. I'm going to show you some features here using your map search. Then we will continue. So I'm just going to drop out. I have my location on. So it did populate towards my location. But let's use one of our zip codes here. We had 94608. We're in California. Perfect. So here you can maintain that boundary or remove it. You can decide to go into full screen. That's what this little toggle is for. You can change the view, whether you want road, terrain, area, or satellite. Showing you those different options. Perfect. Now, I heard that we like to draw or use the radius. You can definitely freehand or use that radius as before. And you have the option to not only search in this given area, but you can create a market activity report straight away from this section. So if I were to search in this area, it would bring me closer here. And if I were to click again, we can create a market activity report from this section. So if you have, again, you have those individual customized pages for this area, just keep in mind whether you want to maintain it or if you like to remove it, considering which area you're working in. Turn to that map search. So within this search, we did draw a boundary. You can also decide to create a drive time. Maybe you want to see the distance from one area to another. We know we have some customers who want to live in a certain proximity to either work, family, or other point of interest. You can include that here. You can also look at traffic counts at a certain time. So I don't know about you, I am so lucky, but I live east and I get to drive west in the morning. And I tell you, the traffic going east from the west in the morning they're waiting a bit in that traffic. So if you ever have that conversation with a customer and you want to know what is the traffic like at this time, come to the drive time here in RPR. So first you have the travel time. You can type it in or you can move our friend. Whether you're traveling by car or walking, the time of day, which is really important, whether this person has to pick up children, whether they have to be at work at a certain time, whether they have different places to attend after work, they need to know that distance. You have that option, day of the week, and the length of the journey. You might say, I do not want to travel no more than 30 minutes. My mother was like that growing up. We did not go west of university. She did not believe in driving 30 minutes further. So if you have that same customer, you can definitely set that limit here. And it provides that for you, and you can search in this area. Okay. You can also let's put our boundary back. Still the same area. It's going to make it a little bit bigger. Using our drive time, and we have our distance. You can move the pin to where you want to center your distance, or again, enter that address. And our distance is 15 miles. So within 15 miles, you're able to search in this area, whether you're considering, maybe someone is saying to you, I wonder if I move in this area 15 miles, what will I experience? What type of area is it? What's the market like 15 miles from this given area? You can search that here. And let's return and do your traffic. So you can choose the traffic counts you want to see. You can select all, or you can select just the few that you want. And it provides you with information regarding the traffic. So now we can also take a look at your POIs, your point of interest. Maybe someone wants to live so many miles or so close to banks, hotels, daycares. You have that option to try the groupings that RPR sets for you, or you can create your own. So here, I'm going to show you what the basics are. The basics have your post office, your place of worship, your libraries, gas stations, groceries, hospital, daycare, banks. If we were to apply that, you'll see those various point of interest in this area. Let's zoom in a bit more. And you can see here those point of interest. Zoom in some more for you. And this one has your ATM. Here's a bank as well. your children's center here. And now let's try another. Maybe you just want entertainment. Remove the basics, apply. Here your entertainment point of interest. And let's see. We have, maybe you just want the banks, post office, recreation, and of course you have the option to set your own. Okay. Point of interest. Another point of interest is, of course, schools, whether it's public, private, charter, elementary, or high, you have the option to select that here. So this one is just public elementary. You have the caps there. Let's do private elementary, and you'll see those additional features here as well. So with your map search, it really provides you with more than just seeing which listings or properties are available for you. You can really understand the area for what is available and what's present there. Here are your data layers. You can look at what is occurring in that area on median estimated property values. I don't know about you, but I'm a color coordinated girly. I love things that are color coordinated. Someone mentioned Remind earlier. Remind does a really great job with their color coordination for filters. So I enjoy it. It's the little things for me. But you can see here median estimated property values based on these various color ranges. So here in Golden Estate, you have about 691,000 to 62,000 to the 690K range. And hello. You can also look at flood zones. All right, and this one has low risk. You know, I'm from Florida, so I rarely see the green low risk. Out of curiosity, let's switch back to Florida and see what their flood risk is like for the 33056 area. So the reason I'm showing you this map along with the neighborhood search, along with the property search, it's just giving you different options on how you can look at the data in RPR. So you can consider if you are looking just at the listings itself, or if you're seeing what is occurring on a wider scale, or if you want to take a look at what that neighborhood is like, you can take a look at that information too. So here is the 33056 flood area with our same POIs for schools. That's still maintained for you. Let me clear that. And you have the option to create reports for this area. I'm going to do that for you one more time so you can see that it's here, your market activity report. So outside of creating a report to download and to present, you can create your market trends as a script. So I'm going to jump back into that. And then there's a couple of things I want to show you that's outside of the search aspect and really dive into how you can use this for investors. So residential market trends. I have another zip code here. We have 33064. Okay, so we are familiar with the market trend section. We looked at it earlier. You saw that we had various information regarding median value, new listings, active listings, and so forth, right? So you can also take this information and create a script using the AI system. So it allows you to create either a video script, a social media campaign, gives you, the last I did it, it gave me 4 options for different captions I can create. And you can also analyze metrics. I know AI is a huge thing right now, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's using Agent 3000, you can use AI with everything, even with your phones, you're already using it with the predictive text and autocorrect. So you can take this market trends and create a script video. A video script. And it gives you where to stand, what image to put next. Here's what to say. If you would like to use this, we also recommend using it's an app called Teleprompter, where you can just include it on your device and it scrolls up the information so you can read on your phone while you're actually recording. So it just says, opening shot of Jelena Pittman, a professional realtor standing in front of a beautiful Pompano Beach backdrop. Okay. If you're unable to get to a beautiful backdrop, you can use AI to create a photo or use a photo and use as your green screen. You would start off with saying, hey, everyone, I'm Jelena Pittman, your trusted realtor here in Pompano Beach, Florida. Today, I'm excited to bring you the latest market update for March 2024. Transition to market data visuals on screen. So you'll have that cue to transition. It gives you that layout. So the creativity and the creation portion, you don't have to worry about it. It's already here, but we do recommend always going back and editing to make sure, one, it sounds like you. Your buyers and sellers know you. They're familiar with how you interact with them. So make sure that what you create is still something that will sound like you as well. And it goes into that information. So let's dive into the numbers. Currently, we are seeing a 4.32 month supply of inventory in the Pompano Beach area. This indicates a healthy balance between supply and demand. Over the last 12 months, we have seen a 24.5% increase in month supply of inventory. Another tip for this, maybe you're someone who still just trying to understand how to share the information just on a conversational level. You can use this and keep it for yourself, and you become familiar with how to discuss data that you're looking at. So highly recommend this tool. I'm going to flip over to Social Campaign just so you can see it while I look at what's in the chat here. Ding dong. Love the mini report. Cool feature. Love this. Is the editing for me? Yep. We want to edit instead of create. Save that time. Because that's time that you could be working with customers, speaking with them one-on-one, not at your computer. Okay, how do I say this? Does this sound right? Will this be engaging? For me, that takes me about 10 minutes. And we don't have time for that. So let AI do its thing. It's coming. You might as well use it. And yes, Tanya, after 30 days. How did you get to it again? Yes, I will show you. So research, market trends. Now you'll see this whenever you do your search for it. We were in 33064. And it's right here for create script. So research, residential market trends, insert that area. You don't have to use a zip code. You can do a city. You can do an area. It's there for you. We saw it in our neighborhood March as well. Now, keep in mind, when you're looking at the trends, it is set to a certain property type. So right now it's set to single family and condos. You can change it to others. Out of curiosity, I'm going to see what mobile family multi-complex looks like. And I only did this chart. Okay, let's try mobile manufactured, just this chart. Interesting. And single family only on this chart. Okay, so you can make those changes here. Apply to all charts. And you see, here's our combination when we started. And create script. You can also change the tone, whether it's professional, engaging, or conversational. For social media, I will select engaging. It's still under buyers and sellers, but you can separate the two and do buyers or sellers. Here's your social campaign. And I normally post the analyzed metrics information with the market focus that Miami Realtors provides for you. So if you want to combine those, do a Market Monday. There you are. You can use that. Do it every Monday for a month because we provide you with a market update each month from your Miami Association. So you can take it and do one for Broward. You can do one for Palm Beach. Every Monday could be a post of you analyzing the metrics. And your customers will look at you like, wow, she's so knowledgeable. He's so on top of it. He knows a lot about the market. Let me take a look and contact them about this area I'm interested in. So here are 4 options to choose from, and it includes emojis. Sometimes I forget to use the emoji, and they have done so. Just keep that in mind as you are using your RPR. So we went over a lot so far. We went over how to do your basic property search, whether on market or off market. We explored the map search, how you can add different layers. There is also an option for you to include opportunity zones. I'll show you quickly how that looks, and then we'll jump into that investment portion I was hinting at. We looked at several reports. I showed you how also you can access the co-branded marketing material. I know that you are expanding your market, so just be mindful if you add a Miami-based custom page that you review that before you share a report with someone who may live in California or who lives in Tallahassee. Just keep that in mind as you are maneuvering through the system. So I'm returning to my homepage. Let's see. And you want to explore those opportunity zones right here. So you can search using the show geographies and it provides that information for you. Here's where I'm going to plug 2 trainings that Tyson and I believe Christy also does this one. It's the Working with Investors course, and they have one that they're updating to focus on opportunity zones. So I highly recommend registering for that. You can search opportunity zones in our calendar and you'll see those upcoming classes. I will show you how to look at one more. There are none in that area. How to look at one more tool that will help you with your investors. We'll choose a property here. Now, when Tyson reviews this with his work with investors, he starts with matrix and he goes into properties that may need to be flipped, or maybe an investor is curious of just doing a lot of fixer-upper with a certain area, or maybe he's looking specifically at apartments or multi-family properties. He does a really good job starting off in matrix. So I want to show you just briefly how that platform looks. We won't go into a lot of detail, but I want to show you the benefits of using it and how you can provide great information to your potential investors. So I clicked on a property. Again, if you start in matrix, you can pull from there and click on that RPR logo we showed you. I'm going to jump out and show you again where it is, right here. Scrolling down, you'll click on Evaluate. Now, it does also provide training for you. Remember, we talked about RPR being a resource both for your customers and for you. They will provide you with great webinars to review the information. So while this is loading, this gives you information for both if your investor provided full cash for the property or if they purchased it with loans. It also gives you the chance to look at a long-term hold compared to a flip. So it provides you with an estimate of the return of investment if you held a property for 10 plus years, or if you flipped it and sold within the next 4 months. You can review all of that using this page here. At the property type, again, if you're working with different property types, maybe you're searching a multifamily that you're looking to share with an investor, you can change it here. And here again, we start with long-term hold. So you have your property name. You can change the scenario name to whatever investor you're working with. Let's say we had Jane Invest. You include your square footage here, your purchase price, your year 1 effective gross revenue, your operating expenses and reserves, and as well as when the fiscal year will begin or using that property. Now, maybe wondering, where do I get all this information from? Within your matrix, there may be an attachment, or even within your financial information for that property or listing, you can pull that from there to see it. And once we submit this information, it's going to bring you to your next page where you can see that unlevered cash flow amount to that levered. Here you also have information about your cap rate. You have details about purchase where you can add. So if you did if you made some renovations, or if you know that you're going to put a certain amount in it, it will, of course, change your purchase price. And you also have that holding period if you would like to change that too. So scrolling back up, you have your purchase sale. Here's where your purchase price is, price per square footage, the cap rate. Again, I just chose a property in RPR, but when you do the search, you will look more specifically for a property that your investor will consider, whether it is a multifamily or whether it is a property that they're looking to flip. And I want to show you that this is here. I was blown away when I saw the rent roll section that really goes into detail of how you can see what changes over the year amount for each tenant. So maybe one tenant is paying a certain price based on their square footage. You can see within that year how much you are making per unit. You have your cash flow. So you have your month one to however many months you plan on holding it. You're doing 10 years, you have that as well. And here's your source of funds, which are equity to debt, and information regarding your purchase price, cap rate, loan to value test as well. Seems to start over. Can you go over that again, please? Absolutely. All right. You're referring to the evaluate, right, Jeff? Okay.
No, it was when you were actually doing the AI stuff.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people were messaging to show them how you log back into that.
Perfect. Will do. So I'm going to jump back out of this evaluate, going back to, we are starting in research, going to residential market trends, and let's use another zip code. So 33316. So from here.
Also, there's a question in the room, don't know if you saw it. In that same time, they're asking, can you do a community or a subdivision as well?
Which subdivision do you have in mind?
Anyone can drop one.
Yep. So while you're doing that, I did DERS in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I see Riverdale Villas. Riverdale, Georgia. And I believe it just goes down to your neighborhoods. Miami-Dade. Let's see. Yes, okay. Nope. So let's see with our map search. They'll give us that. Riverdale. No, it's just giving us either cities or the neighborhood. But going back to your first question for the market trends, you saw that. Can we use this find multifamily investment properties with cap rates included? Let's see. That will be under our commercial. See multifamily. Typically live on the residential side, but I will definitely explore this with you. And let's do 33064. So someone asked about finding cap rate percentages from multifamily. The Pompano Beach here. You can, there are those guided tours again. It shows you how you can use it to find additional resources. You're welcome. But as far as finding cap rate, I would definitely suggest starting in Matrix because it will be provided for you typically in those remarks or the financial information. Let's see. I'm not seeing that here, but let me show you what I'm referring to with the cap rate in MLS. 324,328. Oops. So this one has your that button. So this one doesn't have an attachment, but sometimes you'll find a property with the attachment there. I'm gonna scroll down to your financial information, see if they have it for you. That one. Okay, let me show you one I looked up prior. Mm, It's not showing up here for me, but I have seen ones that have the cap rate within the financial information or in the remarks. Let's see if they have the attachment. No attachments. And if you don't see it there, your attachments will have that information for you. I have it up here. I will find it and I will show it to you. If you just drop your email in there, I'll grab it for you. I will get that for you, dear. That was Kareen H. Perfect. So switching back to RPR here, I'm going to get a listing for you with that cap rate. Because the examples I found, it was coming already from the listing information, and we plugged it in from there, and they included it from the broker, and it has it available for you straight away from there. Finding it outside of it, don't believe RPR provides that, but I would definitely double check and give you guys information to our trainers who also have that working with investors course, and he goes into that information really, really well. So I showed you again how to access that AI creation form, which is gold. Use that, enjoy it, absolutely keep that one handy so you can utilize that market trends. And sorry about that. We are going to do one more report that I love to show because it provides, again, more information about the area. This is the trade area report. When I first saw this, I'm like, wow, this told me everything about that area, and it gives you an opportunity to work with potential customers that are looking for this similar type of neighborhood. So it's finalizing for you. We'll hear that lovely ding. There we go. So in Hollywood, Florida, the trade area report still has top reasons to buy and live in Broward County. Reminder to check your custom reports, your custom pages. This one is fine because we're in Broward. Just keep that in mind. It has information about the segments and such, but it gives you an idea of who the individuals in that area is. So if you are working with an investor and they're trying to either bring a certain business or they're just curious about what type of community is there, you can use this and provide that to them. So this segment is called Set to Impress. It's the #1 dominant segment for this area. It's about 37.2% of individuals fit this area. And what does that mean? That means this group of people, these apartments are often nestled into neighborhoods with other businesses or single family housing. Nearly 1 in 3 residents is 20 to 34 years old, and a large portion are single person, non-family households. Can you imagine your buyer presentation or listing presentation when you bring this information to an investor and you're like, well, this area is going to be great for your community because for your business or your investment property because of X, Y, and Z. It goes further into front porches. It also has another segment called Metro Fusion, Emerald City. So it definitely provides you with an idea for a layout of that community. So we covered so much, and there's still more within RPR that you can still explore, that you can still look into further. You heard me mention it several times that working with investors course is amazing because it will provide you with that walkthrough of how to find the property in Matrix and how to take that into RPR to set up that report for the valuate. I can absolutely. If you like, I can send you one of the reports that I've already created in the past so you can see a full layout of what that looks like. Shanice, are you referring to the trade area reports?
Yes.
Yes. Let me show you where that is. The reports and the first one, because there are two trade area analysis, but trade area report is the one we looked at from reports.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And here is an example of one that I did earlier. So you can see what that report would look like if you were sharing it with someone. But again, I have multiple ones. I can share this with you so you can see that final product. But yes, back to our resource page. As someone mentioned, that Miami Trainers YouTube is phenomenal, as well as the pre-recorded webinars on Miami Realtors Live that covers a range of topics from your products free through Miami, as well as other courses that maybe you weren't able to attend in person. So definitely check it out. That is your first row is probably about the third icon there, MiamiRealtorsLive.com. And if you're not receiving our emails, definitely go to MiamiRealtors.com/subscribe for more details about receiving those emails. If you need help, you can reach out to both trainers at Miami RE and MLS at MiamiRE.com. These are really great resources to get your MLS or products and service questions answered, and we'll be more than happy to assist you from there. If there's anything additional that I can provide for you, whether it's member support or outreach questions regarding what we covered today, I'll be more than happy to assist you. Here, my number and email are both here for you. And I have those email addresses from, oh, thank you. I have those email addresses from those who had that question about the cap rate, because although I wish I knew everything, I don't, not yet. One day is coming, and then I'll have the numbers to that Powerball, and we'll all be rich. But absolute pleasure being here with you all today. I'm still looking at here. Do you have a registration link to the Working with Investors course? I can grab it and put it in there for you. Not this one. This recording may come from Jeff. I know he recorded it, so follow up with him for more information for that. Nice. And Jeff, once the training ends, I'm trying to copy as many emails as I can, but if I missed one, could you share the chat information with me?
I'll send it over. And for
Perfect.
today's recording, just make sure that you have registered for the session today. The recording will be in your inbox by, let's say, 2 p.m. today. So anyone that's registered for the training today, it'll be in your inbox by 2 p.m. today.
And remember, there was a question about the link for registering. There's one at Southeast Broward, West Broward, and the Opportunity Zone is on the 30th. The one in
Just drop the
the
training
calendar.
calendar. Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
can choose which one they want. All right, drop some fires in the room for our Broward Miami session today. on RPR where, man, I was taking notes myself. I don't know about you guys, but I was taking notes, and with the plethora of information that was provided today, I know that we're definitely going to be watching this recording again. Excited about that. This all came from a last training that we did. You know, we did IMAP and the room called for another segment like this, which is RPR, and excited that we were able to bring it to the calendar. Excited that we were able to now impact how we're going to overcome what everyone's in fear of, this whole July change to the MLS and the commissions and everything like that. And just excited. Any final questions? Anyone that wants to unmute themselves and maybe provide some comments, questions?
I'm still flooding your chats. This is also in your chats right now.
All right, we got no questions. The information was just that good.
Yay. I love to hear it. Yay, I'm just gonna record all these fires. We love that. Oh, hey, Arlie. Hi there.
Want to give it back to our Miami leaders as well. I see Arlene in the room and anyone else that serves for our organization that provides the opportunities for us to have tools and trainings like this. We thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just want to invite you guys once again to our Cirque residence opportunity where we're going to be hosting brunch for you guys, where they're going to be talking about the condo conversion that's taking place in the city of Hollywood. We invite you guys for April 15th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I dropped the link in the room. If nothing more, let's go be great. Catch you guys soon, and the recording will be out by 2 o'clock today. Later, folks.
Happy birthday, Sonia.
Oh, happy birthday.
There we go. Happy birthday, Sonia.
Birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you.